In 2018, advocates tracked at least 26 deaths of transgender people in the U.S. due to fatal violence, the majority of whom were Black transgender women. These victims were killed by acquaintances, partners, and strangers, some of whom have been arrested and charged, while others have yet to be identified. Some of these cases involve clear anti-transgender bias. In others, the victim's transgender status may have put them at risk in other ways, such as forcing them into unemployment, poverty, homelessness, and/or survival sex work. While the details of these cases differ, it is clear that fatal violence disproportionately affects transgender women of color, and that the intersections of racism, sexism, homophobia, biphobia, and transphobia conspire to deprive them of employment, housing, healthcare, and other necessities, barriers that make them vulnerable. The HRC Foundation's Dismantling a Culture of Violence report demonstrates how anti-transgender stigma, denial of opportunity, and increased risk factors compound to create a culture of violence, and provides clear ways that each of us can directly make an impact to make our society a safer place for transgender people. Sadly, 2019 has already seen at least 16 transgender people fatally shot or killed by other violent means. As HRC continues to work toward justice and equality for transgender people, we mourn those we have lost. Now, I wanted to come on here and talk about this because as a pro-Black channel, I think it's also important to talk about Black issues within the LGBTQ plus community as much as I can understand and regurgitate the information to you all. Now, I do want to say that regardless of what you believe, what your religion is, what you agree with, and what you disagree with, it's absolutely fucking disgusting to kill someone or hurt and attack someone because of what they choose to do with their own personal lives and their own personal body. I just have to get that out the way first before I start this video. That was just so depressing for me to go through all of these articles and read about all of these stories about people being attacked and murdered simply because of who they choose to be. So I do want to say rest in peace to these women as well as the men who are attracted to them that have lost their lives as well. Now, I saw this story going viral of actor Malik Yoba revealing that he is a man who is attracted to trans women. Now, he admitted this on Instagram in a post where he defended Maurice, aka Reese, a 20-year-old who overdosed on drugs due to the fact of his girlfriend leaving him and being bullied for openly admitting to dating a trans woman. His caption post reads, "The fact that he was trans attracted presumably meant that he had no safe place to go to find the support he needed to learn to navigate love of a woman of the trans experience in a world that constantly tells you you're wrong. Trans people deserve love and respect, as do those of us that love them. I love all women and count myself among those that find themselves trans attracted, and I too have felt the self-imposed shame that comes with that truth." Now, I gotta give Malik Yoba hella props for coming out as a trans attracted man in the climate of today's society, honey. You can't come out and be nothing or nobody. You can't be pro-Black. You can't be this. You can't be that. You can't be nothing, all right? I definitely want to give him kudos for coming out, and not only coming out, but also being an activist and informing the community, specifically the Black community. You know, we are the most, I'm not going to say the most homophobic community, but the Black community, we have a lot of deeply rooted issues with homophobia. And I'm not going to get into detail in this video because I would rather do like a round table panel discussion, and I would rather have everyone represented at that panel so that I myself as a cisgendered woman am not speaking for people and their experiences. However, okay, you know, I got to come through with the looks, the facts, and the tea, all right? And I know y'all want my opinion on this. Now, he did get a lot of support, but of course he got even more backlash. And I think people were just, in general, about the LGBTQ plus community, a lot of us are just really confused, okay? We want to outside looking in, and we're confused. Now, some of us are confused and don't really want clarity because I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all. And then other people like myself, I'm just like, wait, so this is that. And so what does that mean? And okay, so you do what? And then how, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I don't want to disrespect nobody. Like, what do you tell me? Like, you tell me, and I'm going to respect that, period.
Good morning, family. First and foremost, I want to say thank you all the good folks who have reached out in the last 24 hours, seeing my name, talking about trans attraction. Imagine that, Malik Yoba. So here's the thing. We're human beings. and we're all part of the God body. And so, unfortunately, part of our mechanism is that we need to judge and categorize and ostracize and vilify and demonize the things we don't understand. As a black man, I know the stories my daddy told me. I know my history as a black man, what it meant for folks to tell you you don't matter. I don't believe that. I've never believed that of myself or other people. And so, toward that end, September 27th, 28th, Washington, D.C., the Trans Visibility March on D.C. I will be there doing my love and trauma workshop, the trans experience. So it's going to take the efforts of everybody. You know, I've got 3 children, and I apologize to my own children because my kids got some foul messages with folks thinking that it's okay because you don't understand something. Just because you don't understand something does not make it wrong or does not make people wrong. I don't even understand all of it, but I'm willing to ask questions. I'm willing to align myself to get close to so that I can understand. Just like I didn't understand Spanish, but I got close to it and learned to speak it. French, Japanese, musical instruments, math equations. You don't understand these things, so you lean in. You ask questions, you inform yourself. Check this out. The most interesting people in the world are also the most interested. And family, loved ones can come out, share your experiences, share your creativity, share your vision of what a just world would look like. I want all trans men, my brothers out there, that don't feel that you're connected to the black male experience or the male experience, because cisgender men don't fuck with you. I'm telling you, I'm here for you as well. I'm here for everyone. I'm the CEO of I Give a Fuck Incorporated, and so I do what I do. So again, the Trans Visibility March on Washington to me is a very, very important moment in time, a moment in history, because when all people come together to support our brothers and sisters and say that you matter, that you belong here, that's one, huge step forward for all of humanity. And so much love to all that reached out. Much love to BET.com for picking up my Instagram posts and spreading it around. Love.
Now, I always think that it's equally important to be honest with yourself as it is to be with your significant other. All heard a story or 2, or 3 or 4 or 5, honey, or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10, where a man has been caught cheating on his wife with another man, or with a trans woman or a trans man. You see, I heard it all before. But honey, I came across an article where the mother of his 2 children spoke out. She says, at Malik Yoba, as the mother of our 2 beautiful children, you already know how my support for you has always been unconditional. I expressed that 2 months ago to you when I became aware of your current trans relationship. She's dropping tea. He's in a trans relationship. Why did you not have a conversation with our children and wait till last night to text our firstborn with this info? Yet you were preparing your public months ago on IG. Our children support you and keep so much a secret of what really goes down with our family dynamic. I asked to meet you over a month ago, and you have yet to make time. So here I am. If you know better, then do better. Family is first over all. Now, that's one thing that I can't get jiggy with is you coming out to the world and Instagram and the blogs and you're thinking BET and everyone supporting me, but you haven't discussed that at home yet, and she has all rights. I mean, I don't know if they're not together because of this. Honestly, I don't really follow his career. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't really follow his career and his family life and things like that. But from the tone of her comment, it seems like she is aware that he is with a trans woman and she is in full support of his decision to date trans women and cisgender women. She just wished that he would have spoken to the children first before the blogs. You know what I mean? I feel like something like that, something so personal and controversial, I just would want to hear it from my dad before I hear it from the shade room, So this really had me wondering if he was blackmailed and that's why he decided to come out. Not sure. But either way, I'm glad that he is using this opportunity to basically shine a light on the injustices and the dangers of trans women. I think that's so dope. I think it's a great conversation that we need to have, because a lot of people, like I said, are ignorant to this topic, whether they choose to be ignorant or honestly we just out here really confused because, you know, the community is ever evolving and ever changing. But like he said on Instagram, you know, sometimes when you're out on the outside looking in, you have to lean in. You got to lean further in if you really want to understand something, okay? And even if you do not agree with it, that does not mean you get to disrespect the person or in any way, shape, or form bring harm to the person. I want to thank you guys sincerely for watching this video and supporting my channel. I would love to keep the conversation going in the comment section. Make sure you thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye.